Hello everyone, welcome back to Amin Math Club. Today we have a nice algebra problem which is a very easy question here. So we have to find the value of n when n plus n plus n is equal to n times n times n. Now here we are going to just take n is common from our left hand side. Here inside bracket we get n divided by n we get 1 plus n divided by this n we get 1, and again we get the same result which is equal to, here we have n times n, so we get n to the power 1 plus 1 plus 1, as we know that here exponent is 1, so adding the exponent because bases are same. Now here we have n times 3, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, and here we get n cubed. So we can also write this n cubed is equal to this 3n, or we just say n3, so 3 times n. Now shifting this 3n, we get n cubed minus 3 times n is equal to 0. Here we have, if we just take n is common, so inside bracket we have n squared minus 3 is equal to 0. Now we have two possible cases here, that n is equal to 0, and here we have n squared minus 3 is equal to 0. So we get the first value of n, which is 0. Now n squared minus 3. Here n squared minus 3 can also be written as n squared minus square root of 3 whole squared. So square root of 3 whole squared is also equal to 3 here. Now it is equal to 0. As we know that according to algebraic formula, if we have a squared minus b squared, then it is equal to a plus b times a minus b. So here this n squared minus square root of 3 whole squared is equal to n plus square root of 3 times n minus square root of 3 is equal to 0. Now n plus square root of 3 is equal to 0, and also n minus square root of 3 is equal to 0. So here we get the value of n is minus square root of 3 and n is equal to plus square root of 3. So we get three values of n. Now here n is equal to, first value is this one 0, second is square root of 3, and third one is minus square root of 3. So here we have three values of n. Now we are going to just verify our problem here by using all these three values. So for verification we have to recall our problem, that is n plus n plus n is equal to n times n times n. Now putting the value of this 0, then we get, it is simple, 0 plus 0 plus 0, which is equal to 0 times 0 times 0. We get the same result on both hand side. So here we are going to just put this square root of 3 here. So when n is equal to square root of 3, then square root of 3 plus square root of 3 plus square root of 3, is it equal to square root of 3 times square root of 3 times square root of 3. So here we have, by just taking square root of 3 is common, so we have 1 plus 1 plus 1, is it equal to, here we can write square root of 3 whole squared times this square root of 3. We know that this square is cancelled out with square root, so we have square root of 3. Here 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, so 3 times square root of 3. Is it equal to, here we get 3, so 3 times square root of 3. Yes, it is equal to that 3 times square root of 3. Now left hand side is equal to right hand side, hence these two values are valid for this problem. Now using this one, then we get, here if we have that n is equal to minus square root of 3, so this n plus n is minus square root of 3 plus times minus is minus square root of 3, and minus square root of 3 is equal to, here we get minus square root of 3, so we have, it is equal to that minus square root of 3 whole squared times square root of 3. So here we just write that if we just take minus square root of 3 is common, so we get 1 minus times minus is plus 1, and again 1. Is it equal to, here this can be cancelled out, then we get 3 times square root of 3 with negative sign. Here we have negative sign. Now 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3, so we have minus 3 times square root of 3 is equal to minus 3 times square root of 3. So hence we prove that the value of n, which is minus square root of 3, is also valid for this problem. So it is our final answer, having three values of n: 0, square root of 3, and minus square root of 3. So it was very easy problem. I hope you have understand all these steps. So that's it for today. Don't forget to subscribe my channel for more interesting videos. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.